1 minute until the interview starts. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Beard Laws Podcast, episode 28. We have another pretty mediocre show for you here. So I'm going to hit you off real quick with our Beard Law, and then I'm going to do the intro. So Beard Law number 28. Real men don't grow up. They grow out. Isn't that right, Logan? That's true. Intro time. Big shout out to CyberZerk for the countdown timer music. Greg from Two Beards One Record, those were his custom tracks. So you guys can feel free to check them out. cyberzerk.bandcamp.com. Got a couple of tracks. What's that?
It's very edgy. I feel like that music. If I was in that music, I would be in an Atari game.
Ooh, yeah. I pictured it like a 80s movie, and I'm just kind of like running through the streets, contemplating life, not knowing what my next move is. And then, like I come across a bunch of guys that got a problem with me, and then there's about to be a throwdown, and then the countdown timer stops, and then we're live.
And then we're live.
CyberZerk.
Things-ish. I like it.
Yeah, and it was funny over here on camera, too. They were like, oh, I came in, and next thing you know, it was Stranger Things. I had a Stranger Things vibe, so yeah. It is what it is. Either way, it's pretty cool. And thanks. Yes, 80s. That's why it's cool. Yeah, it's definitely a throwback. That's what he's going for. He's a big fan of 80s synth. So again, cyberzerk.bandcamp.com. And you guys can check him out, show it some love. It's also on Spotify. So like we said, we're here. 28th episode. 28.
That's great.
28. That's wild. And you've made it pretty much all of them. You were early again today. This quarantine thing has been really good for you. So
I'm learning.
And yeah, look at you go. Now, when you actually go back to work, you're going to have to actually be on time, I feel like, because you're holding the precedent that you can do it for Beard Laws, you can do it for the company. So
I think that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
It is what it is. So tonight we have TikTok's very own JakeKaramol, and he's more than just TikTok. He's a brand. He's a tattoo artist. He's an amazing dude, and I'm very excited. And I think Logan's pretty excited to get him on here in just a couple of minutes. In 1 minute, I have to do an ad read, and if it doesn't go very well, like it hasn't in the past couple of weeks, then it's going to be the last time, and then we can bring the guest in sooner. But I'm very excited, and he has big breaking news that he's going to announce later in the episode. So make sure you guys get here. Make sure you guys stay tuned for some breaking news.
That's right.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. So what else? This is the time also we have like a featured artist. We bring the featured artist, but since we have Jake in here, we're going to give the extra time to him because he is an artist as well. So if you are an artist and you are looking to get featured, shoot a message to Beard Laws on Instagram, and we can go ahead and work you in for a schedule and a couple upcoming episodes that we have. And it's just a segment because most artists don't get enough, they don't get enough following. They don't get enough money or opportunity. So I'm hoping that they reach a different market, a different clientele to hopefully make them some money, because there's so many amazing artists that just are kind of behind the scenes and don't get enough credit for what they do. So if that's you and you want to be featured, like I said, just shoot us a message on any of the social medias or matt@beardlaws.com. So I am going to read, it is now 9:05. I'm just going to read this quick little ad from our partner at Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout, the best way to launch a professional podcast. Today is a great day to start your own podcast, whether you're looking for a marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or just think it would be fun to have your own talk show. We did it. We're having fun. We got a talk show type thing. Podcasting is an easy, inexpensive, and fun way to expand your reach online. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show can be online and listed in all the major directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and much, much more within minutes of finishing your recording. Podcasting isn't hard, especially when you have Logan. When you have the right partners and everybody else involved, and a team at Buzzsprout is passionate in helping you succeed. Join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message to the world. Let's create something great together. I have a referral code. If you want to use it, cool. If you don't, whatever. It's in my linked bio with all the other links. And if you're interested, shoot me a message. I'll send it to you. I think you get a little kickback, and I'll get a little kickback. But they're a great company. That's what we use to publish the podcast that's on Spotify and other social media. So I like them. So I figured, hey, let's share that with the world.
That was good. You're getting good at it. Good job, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Quarantine. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, who do we got in the chat so far? We got CT's here. What's up, CT? We got Tom. CT says, I see Logan's rocking the man bun. No, it's terrible lighting, but it's actually a blue mohawk. He's auditioning to be on what's the new Karate Kid one? The new series that Karate Kid came out. I'm drawing a blank here.
I think it's Karate Kid 8. What the hell?
No, it's not Karate Kid 8. It's awesome, and you guys should check it out. It's on Netflix. I can't think of the name. I'm gonna be in the middle of the episode, and it's gonna go cling. But yeah, he's trying to be Cobra Kai. Yeah, he's trying to be Hawk, but Hawk would kick his ass. So, Tom, hey, what's up, Roel? All right, so let's get the guest in here. It's 9:07. We wasted enough time. Let's hit the quick little intro for the interview, and then we'll hurry up and get him in here. So I just got to click this button. Let's do it. Okay, we're gonna do it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and blue mohawks. It is interview time. So let's hit it with the quick little intro. This is like my favorite part of the show. I mean, I really like interviewing them, but I like the intro part and getting them all pumped up. So as we mentioned earlier, tonight's guest is JakeKaramol from TikTok. He's a man who has put more ink on people than Bic pens in schools. A man who eats his ramen noodles by candlelight and likes it thrown at him by the handful. A man who likes to hurt people Clubber Lang style. A man who has the absolute perfect Frisbee throwing form and should probably be on a Frisbee golf trophy. A man who doesn't let hate affect him because he lived through the MySpace days. A man who rocks a burger bag better than the Hamburglar ever could. A man whose attire now requires the shades, just like Stevie Wonder. A man who got his blue check mark almost as fast as a clear blue digital pregnancy test. A man who has more guest appearances in his skits than The Simpsons. The one, the only, JakeKaramol. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys?
What's on, man?
A little round of applause for that intro.
Yeah, not bad, right? I'm starting to get okay at those intros.
I think that's going to be the highlight of the show.
Well, hopefully not, because we got a lot of cool questions in some segments. But yeah, first off, as always, thank you for joining us, man. And one question that I always kind of start off with. Obviously, people know that you're on TikTok, and a lot of the guests that we interview are on TikTok. And it's always kind of cool and unique to kind of hear each story of what you got into TikTok. And I know it's something, unfortunately, that I think you answer in your lives quite often. And Dobby kind of touched on it, but I'd almost like to hear your quick little take on it.
Well, I've always made videos, nothing for like a purpose. Like I'd send them to my friends, like I'd do something stupid and send it to my friends. And then I heard about Vine, which I dipped my toes in real gently, and I was probably on Vine for like a month and a half, and they cut it off. So when they cut it off, I kind of felt like I didn't really get my time with it. You know? So I always had that like hole in my creative spot in my heart. Because I like to create, tattooing is definitely my main outlet, but it's cool to have other outlets. So when I was sitting there drawing one night, and TikTok compilation popped up on my YouTube, because at the time YouTube was like my TV. I'll watch documentaries, all kinds of different stuff on YouTube. So I'm drawing, and you know how sometimes when you leave a video on, it'll just go to the next video.
Yep.
Well, the next video was a TikTok compilation, and I look up, and I was doing my drawing. I look up, and they're hilarious. I mean, they reminded me so much of Vine. So I was like, man, this is it. Like, I think this is what I've been waiting for. So I downloaded it, and then I remember Bobby was supposed to come down, and we were gonna just hang out, do whatever we were gonna do. And I came down right at the right moment. I'm like, bro, I'm downloading this app, and you should too. And Bobby was never really like a camera guy. Even when I was doing Vines, like I forced him to do like 2 or 3 of them. I forced him. So he wasn't really like super stoked on the idea, but he was like, whatever, you know, why not? I mean, what did we have to lose? We weren't, you know, we didn't really expect anything. So we just started making videos, you know, whatever came to mind. We didn't really have any filter at the time. Funny, I want to do it right now. Post it. And then we were at a tattoo shop before we were at the one we're at now, but it wasn't the best environment, and we just didn't want to bring that to that shop because it just didn't feel like we were going to be supported, or it was just going to be kind of weird. So we just made our stuff at home and just did what we did, and you know, people liked it. Whatever, we started Team Destroy, and we had a really cool thing going, and we moved to the new shop, and I was like, you know what, dude, I want to make a tattoo video just because, like, I'm feeling so good. Like, this move is great. Like, I love this shop. It's beautiful. I want to make a video. And that's, I mean, really when everything started, you know, popping off.
Yeah, it's awesome to see kind of like a different side. You know what I mean? I think like a lot of people have an image of a tattoo shop in their brain, and the ability and the way that you guys come up with the skits and like your take and everything on them, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like you have all these like stories from tattooing over the years, and it's like nothing to do with them. So like I made that first tattoo skit meme video, and it was like it like opened Pandora's, you know, box. I was like, oh, this is it. Like, I'm gonna nail this to the wall because I have so many different things I could bring up and talk about, and it was just on. It was just the ideas kept flowing, they kept coming, and I would make them organically and just kind of post them and go. I didn't really think anybody would think they're funny, mainly because a lot of them are from the perspective of a tattoo artist. So like I didn't think that it would be received well, and you know, here I stand corrected.
Yeah, and you probably made a lot of other connections, not only, you know, with friends, but even in the tattoo business. You know what I mean? Like people coming to you maybe for advice starting off, or just, you know, connections throughout the world. Just
well, my favorite was one night I was live, and one of my favorite tattoo companies came in, and I was like, well, hey. They're like, you know, let's talk, and I started messaging him and stuff, and it was Sanoderm. I've used it for years, and they sponsored me, which is fantastic, and they've literally been amazing to me. They treated me so well, and you know, I've met so many other tattooers through the app, and it's been great, man. It's been really cool.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I've kind of mentioned it in the last couple of episodes, and I think Logan's starting to see it now that he's on the app. But the algorithms that TikTok has, they should sell those algorithms to like dating sites because they're able to match people. You know what I mean? Not only the like relationship, but like they're able to just kind of pair people in their interests and everything. And you've made some amazing connections and friends. I've made some amazing connections and friends. It's absolutely unbelievable, kind of what the app has done for people. And this is before the whole celebrity takeover, you know?
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. They're very smart. I mean, they're doing a lot to make this app the next best thing.
Yep. Yeah, it's great, and I know I'm thankful for it. And honestly, you know, Beard Laws, this podcast wouldn't be what it is today without it. And I'm, like I said, I'm thankful for it. I know you and some people we've had on the show definitely are too. And earlier you obviously mentioned Team Destroy, which I got the cool shirt on, but you guys can't really ever see the shirt because it's always hidden behind this. And this is when Dobby had a beard. But
I don't know why you don't just wear shirts with logos on the back, because logos on the front do you no good anymore.
Yeah, but I always wear like a hoodie most of the time because it's still cold and, you know, 30 something at night here. So yeah,
a hoodie with a logo on the back.
Yeah, I got one of them. But you mentioned Team Destroy. So and we like I said, we spoke with Dobby a little bit. I'd like to hear your take, kind of where it come from and what it means to you.
So when we got on this app, it felt like we were children again in a way, because everything's so creators used to be like see a bunch of this. And as like you said, you start pairing with people and you start meeting people that like just similar interests or just like people you'd be friends with, outside of the app.
Yep.
And it started really as just a really cool group of creators that like it didn't matter what following you were at. It was just mainly about making content and just having fun and asking questions. And, it was fun to theorize, about algorithms and numbers and what'll work and what won't work. And, we had such a cool group of people doing different content. It was everybody had their own thing.
Yep.
And then it started, let's do a hashtag and just kind of see how many views we can get it. And it's been a while since I looked, but I think somewhere around 600 million views on the Team Destroy hashtag.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Which is crazy because our goal, I think in the first year was like, I want to say like 50 million. We thought that would have been really cool.
Which that is still really cool. But you've blown that out of the water.
Yeah, and it was just a really cool community, and I think there's still a community there, but it's a little bit different now. Mainly because like just things change and people see things differently.
Yep.
But I mean, we're still hard Team Destroy. We still got a lot of people that are like they're still diehard Team Destroy. So
absolutely, you guys know I rock the Team Destroy in every single video I put out. So I mean, you guys.
How long has it been since you like stumbled onto us?
Onto you guys, it's probably been. It's got to be approaching. I don't know. It was a little bit after. I don't know the exact time frame, but it was shortly after that I saw there because actually Dobby was one of the first kind of people that I saw, and obviously the beard.
Well, it makes sense.
So we kind of started. I popped into a live, saw you guys, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I remember messaging them being like, hey, Team Destroy's cool. Like, what do you guys have to do? Like, I said something smart ass probably like, do I have to drink the punch or, this or that to be a part of it? Or what do we have to do? And then he was just like, nah, man, just put the hashtag in there. And I was like, yeah, I could probably do that. And so as I mentioned in the intro about the burger bag, how you rock the burger bag better than the hamburger. Do you still have the burger bag?
I still wear the hamburger bag. Yes. Hey, I will wear that thing until it literally falls off the hinges.
Nice.
My girlfriend got that for me. I remember. I think I saw one. Maybe it's Wish or something like that. Man, that's a burger theme. Like I love me a burger, and she got it for me. Speak of the devil.
Whoa, he didn't. Nobody heard him say the devil. I mean, she's definitely not the devil.
And I've literally worn it every day since.
That's awesome. It's a great bag, Logan. It's something that you'll have to check out. So, so we have a little bit of breaking news for you, and maybe if you saw the show last week, maybe you were a little prepared. But we started a new segment called Masked Interviewer. So what we do is we bring in a special guest that not even the co-host knows. There's only two people in this world, I think, that know who this is. And we're going to bring them in. They're going to have a little fun with you. They're going to ask some questions. And then when they run out of questions, you get two guesses to guess who the special guest is.
All right.
If you guess who they are, they will reveal themselves. If you do not, then they can go back into the pool to come into a new episode.
Okay.
All right. So we are going to bring in.
No, though, right?
What's that?
It's somebody I know.
It's somebody you will know. But they go by Queen Elizabeth. Welcome, Queen Elizabeth.
Hello.
So first off, Queen Elizabeth, thank you for joining our segment of Masked Interviewer. And you might know this guest. This is Jake. And feel free to bust some balls, ask some questions, whatever it is. The ball, the ball is in your court as of right now.
Okay. Jake, is it true you have a butterfly tattoo across your lower back?
No.
No?
No.
Would you ever get a butterfly tattooed across your lower back?
Probably not across my lower back.
Where would you get one?
Would you ever get a butterfly tattoo?
Oh, I'd get a butterfly. It's not across my lower back.
Okay. What is the most awkward tattoo you have ever put on a person?
I can say things on here. It's not like censored.
No, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna say this. So I tagged none with a ball gag.
That's intense.
Yeah, and it was like he just came up and was like, "Yo, I want a none with a ball gag." And I was like, okay.
Solid.
That's funny. And just a quick thing, anybody in the chat, please refrain from guessing who you might think the masked interviewer is, just because we don't want any spoilers.
I'm having so much trouble.
So, Queen Elizabeth, do you have some more questions, or should we make him with guess number 1?
Ask him. Jake, are you ready to guess?
I am not ready to guess. I am not that right.
Okay. What made you start TikTok?
Let me answer that for you. We just covered this.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, Queen Elizabeth. He stumbled upon it. He dabbled a little bit in Vine, and then it was kind of like he opened Pandora's box, and he was actually downloading it when Dobby came there, and they just started having fun. And now look at how it's came. Now
very much the same way I discovered women.
Yeah, and now his path has led him somehow to the Beard Laws podcast show.
Nice. Are you the reason Dobby shaved his beard?
Okay. There's a real answer and there's a fake answer.
Ooh.
You want the real answer? You want the fake answer?
Oh, we won't know which one is which, so you can just throw it out there.
That's true.
We'll let the fans speculate.
I shaved his beard because I needed to know for myself that he had a chin under there because I didn't trust it.
I saw that video.
I didn't trust that he had a chin under there. I thought it was just flat. So,
He also said on the show last week that you really did have that butterfly tattoo and that he had to do the cover up on it because he didn't trust that you really had it. That
weird.
might be false news too.
That might be real, might be false. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to discuss this in a newer episode.
Yeah, I'm real particular about my facts.
Oh, yes. Same with us.
Mm-hmm. My question is, how did you fit a butterfly tattoo?
What was the other answer?
The other answer to what?
You said there was a real answer and a fake answer.
The fake answer is I told him I was going to do it. We set it up.
Gotcha.
Because he would, honestly, if I really did that to him, he'd be fucking pissed. Any one of you, if I did that to you, Beard Laws, you'd be fucking pissed. If I did that to you, you'd be fucking pissed.
Oh, yeah.
So,
oh, yeah.
I wouldn't do that to him, though. I mean, I would fantasize about it, like, oh, that'd be funny to, like, buzz, like, just right up the middle. But no, I don't think I could really do that to someone. I know how hard you guys work. So.
And Queen Elizabeth would love it if maybe you accidentally shaved her legs.
It would be nice.
Wouldn't it be nice?
I'm so, like, I have no idea who's under that.
In the dark.
Do you like shaving people before you tattoo them?
I like it. It's just that I don't mind it. It's not like
it's part of the job.
It's just I just don't think about it. Like it's just like, oh, you gotta shave it, and yeah.
Have you ever denied someone a tattoo because there's too much hair to shave?
No, I take it as a challenge. Because like, I don't pay for those razors, so if I use 30 of them, like whatever, you know.
Gotcha.
All right, so I'm curious now. I think we need guess number 1. I'd love to hear guess number 1, who masked interviewer is.
I literally, oh man, I don't even know if I could guess. I don't even have a guess.
Wow.
I don't think I get a hint. I think like that might be a question.
All right, I'll give you one hint.
Okay.
It is not Queen Elizabeth. And you know what? I'll be nice. I'll give you one more. They are not from the UK.
Can I give him a hint?
Sure.
I knew both of those.
We have collabed.
Clap?
No, not the clap.
Oh,
I mean, that I know. I
maybe
mean,
you do.
I'm not a doctor. I just pretend to be one.
Right.
Man, I
I'm
feel
not going to sit here and judge him.
No. This is the judgment-free zone.
Yeah, I don't care if they have a clap.
now I have to think. Really have to think because there's been so many. Like,
Queen Elizabeth, you're really stepped up the game this week.
I really did because like I got nothing.
In the voice
best part about this is watching you think about it.
the
It's
voice
great.
changing app that him or her is using is pretty good too. Not gonna lie, it's really
Pretty good.
And your mouth is so in sync with your
I
face.
know.
With your mouth.
I'll eat it. Man, I am so stuck. Like,
It's okay.
I feel like you just asked me what I wanted, like a Vietnamese restaurant, and I have nothing. Like I don't even know what off of this, you know.
If you were at a restaurant, what would you order right now?
If I was at any restaurant,
Yes.
a burger.
Burger.
How do you
What
like
toppings?
Oh, that's a good one too.
Cheese only. I'm real traditional, you know.
Well,
I
I
got no,
mean,
sorry,
if he's got no guesses, then Queen Elizabeth, I think you might be free to go, and we could probably bring you back in a future episode. Does that sound all right with you?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Queen Elizabeth. Good have
Queen
fun
Elizabeth.
with your tea and crumpets, and it's been a pleasure, man.
Thank you for having me.
hopefully I didn't.
Say hello to Princess Diana for me.
You never disappoint. Later.
See ya.
Okay, I am disappointed that I don't know who that was.
The best part is I'm fairly certain about 4 people in the chat know. But last week they knew too, and they came out with all their guesses, and then it was I think Dobby got it on his own. I don't think he saw the chat, so that's why I threw out to the chat like, "Hey, pump the brakes, let no guesses." But that's cool. So you didn't get it. No big deal. You didn't lose out on any prizes, but we can reuse Queen Elizabeth in future episodes. What do you think of this segment? Pretty cool.
That was cool, but I really don't like to lose.
Here's the best part.
When he goes to work tomorrow, when you go to work tomorrow, you're gonna be sitting there tattooing somebody, and you're just gonna be like, "Son of a bitch."
Well, you kind of know that we got COVID going on, so I don't think he's gonna go tattoo anybody tomorrow.
You know what I mean.
Well,
I'll be
not literally.
watching
Next time he's doing it.
and-
So when that moment hits you at like 2 a.m. and you're like, you can send me a message and I'll be like, nope, still
Well,
not done.
scroll through everybody I've collabed with. Like, here's the thing: does that mean I've collabed on their page, on my page? You know, like that's kind of vague.
I know the answer to that, but I'm not gonna say.
I know you can't. I know you can't.
I know.
That's why I didn't ask, because I was like, they're not going to give me the answer even if I ask. So I might as well just kind of like, I'll do my own research, because I'll figure it out. But I'm more upset that I couldn't be like, oh, I know who that is.
When it's eventually revealed, you're gonna be like, oh. Last week everybody was saying was a little easier with Greg.
I mean, he would have been.
Did you see what he came in as last week?
No, I literally probably got off right before that.
It was awesome. He came in with just his eyes shown, not his glasses, and he was shadow, so it was all dark. And he came in with this like disguised Greg voice, and he did so well not with, using his accent. So it was very well done. And it took Bobby 2 guesses. He got it on the second one, like right as he was getting ready to leave. And then we were gonna bring him back this week. But since he guessed them, we had to reach out and get somebody else. So I'm glad Queen Elizabeth could make it. So shout out to the Queen. Thank you so much. All right. So mentioned earlier about Frisbee golf. So do you still play? Well, I mean, it's not right now, but like, is it still something like a hobby that you still enjoy?
Yeah. No, that's definitely. I'll probably never stop playing. I think it's like one of the only games that I think anybody can play.
Yep.
Like, no matter if you're tall, if you're short, if you're bigger, if you're smaller. Like I think anybody can.
I've been dying to play it. So maybe I know we're not overly far from each other, and there was always talk of like a meetup and stuff like that. Like if we do have a meetup somewhere near you guys, we have to go for a round. We got to find it. Like I'm dying to play it.
It's so much fun, dude. Like a lot of people have a couple beers out there in the woods. I mean, nobody cares.
Yep.
And like I say, even when we take somebody who's brand new, they still have a great time.
Yeah.
Like you never have a bad time. And the more you play, the more fun you have.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Is it so? It's true. Did you really have a 230-foot hole in one?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I've had two of them actually.
Wow. Well, see, I can't golf for shit, so that's why. And I love Can Jam. Big fan of Can Jam. So I think I really like to golf. It just got like overly expensive and kind of dumb. Like when you're going there and you want 4 or 5 beers and a round of golf, and I'm too lazy to walk, so you get a cart and you're spending about $40 or $50 for a round of golf. It's like, no, that's too much.
4 or 5 beers.
Yeah, that's what you buy.
You spend like $40-$50 on getting discs. You're playing disc all year round.
Yeah. So what do they charge? Like, is it charge or is it like homemade courses?
So some places charge like a park fee, like just to park, so like $5, $10, anywhere from $5 to like $10. Or you can get a pass that like allows you to come in any state park and play all year round, and it's much cheaper that way.
Yeah, so I don't even know where the closest frisbee golf would be near us. Like it's something that like up here, and it's crazy because there's so much. Like we're in a pretty rural area, it's a lot of farmland and like some woods and stuff. So I mean, it'd be something that Logan or anybody that's got some means and has some woods, they should start it up.
No, it's really fun sport. I've turned so many people onto it. It's funny because like I started playing because a friend showed me. And then we end up having like a group of people we go with, which is cool because we split the park fee. So if it's like $6 and we take 3 people, it's $2 a piece to play.
Perfect.
You want $2.
Is it 9 holes or 18?
18.
Nice. Yeah, we got to look into this and see if there's one near. You figured we're in New York. There's got to be one somewhere.
You're gonna have one.
Yeah, but the problem is where we are, we're pretty much like Ottawa. We're right on the Canadian. We're border town. So I mean, for us to go anywhere, it's a couple-hour drive. So I mean, just to get to a mall in the States is an hour-and-a-half drive.
Ouch.
Yeah. So, oh well. Yeah, but that's going to be on the to-do list. We're gonna do that, and then sometime I'm gonna go there and get my ass kicked by you. But it's gonna be a good time.
Oh, we have fun, man.
Yep. Yeah, I'm interested. So you. Like I said, you do a lot of skits. One of my favorites was the Office Space one. How did it feel to just Office Space that printer?
Oh, it's funny because that's a throwback.
That was throwback. So what I do is I go through pretty much. Thankfully, you know what I mean. We've chatted and I've seen a lot of your videos, but not a lot of the beginning ones. So when a guest comes on, I pretty much start at the first one and I work all the way back just to kind of get some funny material to kind of remember everything. So
that one was funny. I think the best part about that one was one of the only times one of my actual coworkers was video on the live because they're like, I'm good. We don't want to be on camera. Nope, we're good. No. So most people think it's actually just me and Bobby in the shop. But no, that printer, it was funny because my boss was like, hey, I'm going to throw away this printer. I said, don't throw away that printer.
I got an idea.
I have got an idea for that printer. So my one friend or my one coworker, Travis, was like, yo, can I be in that one? I'm like, yo, we definitely need more people because it can't just be us two. Like it's Office Space. They had a couple people in there.
Yep.
So I watched that part in the movie and tried to shoot it about the same as the actual
yeah, no, it was really well done. Logan, when I find it again, I'll send it to you so you can see it. We keep mentioning the skits and stuff, and you do some skits where you're kind of like wrapping clients down in plastic. So have you ever really had to do that? Or is that just an idea you had?
It was an artistic phase I think I went through. I think it was I wrapped someone in plastic once, and then I was like, oh, I got to do that again.
I think it's hilarious, and I could picture it. Being a guy that doesn't hang out in the tattoo shop very often, I could just picture, every once in a while you get that client and they're like, I know this is going to be a nightmare. Just wrap me up.
The guy who I wrapped in plastic, a lot of the time the story behind the videos are almost funnier than the actual videos. But Nick, who's a really good client of mine, also somebody who's never really been on camera. He's been in a couple of videos, and he was down, and I was like, "Hey man, I want you to come be in this video." I didn't tell him what we were doing. I knew what we were doing. I didn't tell him. So he gets there, and I'm like, I got to wrap you in plastic for this one. And he looked at me and he goes, "I'm claustrophobic as fuck." Oh man, I was like, "So is that like a no?" And he's like, "No." I mean, I am getting this tattoo today, and I mean, I don't want to tell you no. She's like, "I got you. I'll go through it." If you watch that video, you can really see how uncomfortable and just like he's trying so hard to just lay there and not say how uncomfortable he is. He can face. And then I did that to him a second time. So the first time was bad enough, but then I made a part 2, and I didn't tell him again, and he was even less happy to do it.
I did it once. Now I got to do it again.
Yeah. So that was the stories behind the videos are almost funnier than the actual videos to me, I think.
Yep. No, that's awesome. What is one of your biggest pet peeves in the tattoo business?
That's a good one. I think.
And the reason I ask it is because, you know what I mean? There's a lot of videos, and what triggered me is there's a lot of videos where, you know, you're seeing like terrible tattoos, and in the skits themselves, you know, where, you know, customers coming in being like, "I want a full sleeve for $30. You know what I mean? So I have to imagine there's just a couple of things.
There's so many of them that it's like, but a lot of them you live with, and they're not so much pet peeves; they're just like annoyances. That just like really irritates me. I think when people, a really good one is when somebody does the continuous peek. So when you're tattooing them and they look down at it and then they're like, okay, and then they look down at it again, like something new has happened in the second. But it's like a tick. They keep doing it. So they're like, because I have a TV, you know, that I play movies on, whatever. But the ones that just continues to do this, because it's more of like it's an antsy tick. So they're not only like looking, but they're kind of thinking when they do it, because it's like an excitement every time they look at it. It's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I think that kind of like really gets under my skin, because I'm like, every time you look, it's like not really much time has passed.
Yep.
So I've done maybe 2 more lines than I did when you looked before.
Don't worry, you'll be here for 3 more hours. You keep this shit up, it's gonna turn into 5.
Well, no, and it's not even like it's just one of those things. I'm like, man, like, why do you do that? Like, if you like don't pay attention for, let's say, 30 minutes, you watch a whole episode or something, you look down, there's gonna be some stuff done. You know, for me, I'm not a watcher. I don't like I pay attention to my phone, or like I watch TV while I'm getting tattooed, or like I'm not like. But I understand the excitement too, so I get it. But it is one of those things.
It's got to be one of two things. Either A, they're very envious of you, or anyone who can do that, because like I can't tattoo. I'm not an artist. I don't know how to tattoo. So like I would keep looking, being like, whoa, cool, this guy's good. Or number 2, it'd be the same effect if someone continually kept stabbing you with a needle.
Yeah, and I think about
like,
that.
Why is this happening? What's going on? Why? What the fuck?
It's like somebody chewing gum really loud. Like, it's not necessarily that it's like a bad thing. It's just that like,
it's a mental
things that like slightly trigger you a little bit. And I think I don't really have like super big pet peeves. Like, you know, like maybe somebody not sitting still, not because they're just not paying attention. You know, they're not paying attention. They're aware that like they're not sitting still. People just struggle with sitting still, and I understand that. Like, you know, some people just, it hurts. Like, fucking hurt.
Yeah, it's not good.
So I'm very sympathetic to that, but there are those like tiny things. Like I said, someone fucking trying to smash a bag of Doritos while I'm tattooing. Like, I want to hear you just chomping down on Doritos. You know.
Have you ever had to yell at somebody just to sit the fuck still?
No, I think for whatever reason, like the people who don't sit still are usually like newbies. Like they're people that don't like come to me often, and I think they're too afraid to not sit still. 1, maybe because of my TikToks, and 2, because I have a dagger tattooed on the side of my face. So I don't know. Like, I don't really get that too often, but I mean, it does happen. But it's normally because of pain, and that I sympathize with. Because, like, there are certain tattoos that I got tattooed, and my ass is, like, off the seat.
I mean, you did say in a TikTok that you enjoy hurting people,
I do, but it's only because it's not me going through it.
and you've been there. I mean, there's not much you haven't been while sitting in that chair. Like you've been through most of those experiences.
Yeah, I've been through most of the spots people go through, so I know what it feels like, so I can sympathize. But the only reason I enjoy it is because it's like either you or me. Either I'm getting tattooed or you getting tattooed. I prefer it to be you. So, like, out of all of my friends, I tattoo all them. I'm not like, oh, I'll sit down and get tattooed by you guys. I'm like, oh, you can get tattooed by me. Fuck yeah. Like, I'd rather hurt you than I'd rather sit there. Like, last time Bobby tattooed my ankle. I wanted to choke him. And it's because you're friends. It's different. Like, I don't know like a person that I don't know. Like, when you go to a tattoo artist, you're not like friends all the time. Like, some people go and it's a little bit scary. But when it's your friend hurting you, it's a different story.
Oh yeah.
It's just a different story. Like, they'll laugh at you, like, "Oh, it does hurt. It does hurt. Oh yeah, I know." Like, ooh, I'm not good with that.
No. How many times do you guys tattoo each other pretty frequently, or?
I tattoo him way more than he tattooed me.
Yep.
And it's mainly because I'm just like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm getting old. They hurt worse the older you get.
Yeah, and he's maybe he puts a little like, all right, I've lived with you for a little bit. I got a little pent up aggression. Maybe I'm just gonna give you a little. So obviously you guys roommates or were roommates, are roommates, whatever the situation is. What's one story that you can tell the interview that was just something that was just just a great moment of you two guys living with each other?
I think honestly, I think there's a funnier story of before we lived together.
Let's go with that one. I like funny.
It was more because it was before our friendship was like just forming. So, like, the first time I hung out with him, or one of the first times, we were on top of his mom's house, or his aunt's house, on top of the roof, chilling, smoke a little weed, whatever. And we were watching it was supposed to be the super moon was out. Well, from his house, you couldn't see it. It was like cloudy or whatever. And we had 10 cop cars show up.
Oh.
Yeah, because they were kids. They were called of kids being on the roof. Well, we were full-grown adults. There was probably like 8 of us on the roof chilling, having a good time. And Bobby goes out in like a drug rug, big old like sweater thing, and like a Chinese hat. And I talk to these guys, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And they're asking him all kinds of questions, and I'm just like, I don't really want to talk to them because I don't like live here. I don't even live in the States, so like I'm gonna go upstairs and just not be down there. But I think that was a pretty funny moment, just because there was 10 cop cars that showed up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, it seems a bit excessive, but maybe they thought all 8 of you guys were going to jail, so they needed a cop car for each of you.
Maybe they thought we were robbing a house. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was it right around the time that one of the what's the movie with Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible movies was just coming out, so they thought maybe you guys were going from the roof, lowering down to steal the prized piece from like the China hut or something.
No, maybe it was crazy though. It was definitely like because I saw them first. I was just like looking around, chilling, and I see they all had their lights off, and they just come pulling up. I'm like, if they're not for us in this white picket neighborhood, like picket fence neighborhood, then I don't know who they're pulling up for. So like everybody's like getting off the roof because we're like worried they're gonna like, I don't know, pull their guns out at us while we're on the roof. So we just go inside, and Bobby answered the door. They were banging on the door. They were fucking.
They snuck up on you without the lights. That's messed up.
They snuck up. Yeah, they definitely snuck up.
It's a good thing you had the point of view or the advantage on the roof. So.
Yeah, no, I'm always checking my surroundings. So when I saw 10 cars pulling up, I'm like, this is strange.
This is strange.
But then I thought too, I'm like, there's like 8 people on top of this roof in this like middle class neighborhood at like 2 a.m.
That makes sense.
Somebody probably was going to call the cops or something.
Yeah, we've all been there. Not 10 cop cars, but I've had a similar situation.
But we're like, we're
on the roof,
roof if we want to be on the fucking roof.
Yeah, I mean,
like we're ain't breaking no law. Like,
As long as the roof.
Well,
Somebody's.
What's funny is the first thing he says, "What are you guys doing on the roof?" He's like, "Oh, we're looking at the supermoon," and you couldn't even see it. So like, really, we were just a bunch of homies partying on top of a roof.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably didn't like that answer so much, did they?
No.
Yeah, whatever. They'll get over it. So, so this is the time of the show that we want to kind of just give it to you. Your big news, your breaking news, if you still want to do that. What's next for you? Any events? Anything that you want to plug? We're going to put you up on the big screen. It's your time to shine. We're going to mute our mics, and it's all about you right now. So feel free to plug away.
Okay, so a couple upcoming things. I've got my YouTube channel that we're going to be starting soon. I've linked up with a videographer to do some cool stuff on there, so we're going to be moving that over there. I'll be doing some more cool stuff and more content on my Instagram. I've tried to keep that a little bit more active. And yeah, I'm definitely going to keep up with the TikToks. I'll be posting daily. I'm ready to go back to work, so here, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing that. The big news I was talking about earlier was I got hit up on Instagram today to do an interview with Ink Magazine for their website, which is really cool because I've been reading Ink Magazine since I started tattooing. So really excited about that. I'll be releasing, the link and everything in my Instagram and probably a video on my TikTok. So definitely check me out on all social media platforms except Twitter.
Don't do the Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, I have one. I don't use it, but
yeah, I'm the same way. I have one, but just because it's kind of one of those things you're supposed to have, and then when I post something on like Instagram, I just throw it out there anyways. But I can't get into the Twitter. It's like, if a news article gets 2-3 minutes behind and it's already old news, it's like you're done. It's just, I don't know. It's a world I don't get. But to each of their own. I think it's a cool thing. A lot of people use it, and it's just not me. That's absolutely amazing that you're going to be featured in Ink Magazine.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. I was super excited to get that news. Before I was talking to you, I was finishing my my questions and stuff to send over to them, or the answers to the questions they were asking. So
nice.
Hopefully, I'm not sure when, but maybe in the next couple of days they'll be posting it up.
That is absolutely amazing, because there are some huge people that have been a part of that magazine, and that's amazing, man. Congratulations.
Definitely a big thing for my my career. So yeah.
Huge. That's awesome, man. That's congratulations. Very well deserved, and I'm excited for you.
It was a good time.
Absolutely, yeah. I appreciate you taking the time for doing this, and at some point when it works out, I'd like to potentially do an episode. We can talk more off air where we get you and Dobby potentially in the same one, kind of like we did with the Beard Bros, and maybe do like a little trivia game or something, and maybe bring in a third person, or if you know somebody else that you think would be good in trivia that would gel with it, we can do a third person, or maybe the both of you in like a little special episode.
Sounds good to me, man.
Give you guys a chance to kind of, both of them collab, and maybe we'll talk about the how the interview went and some stuff. So we'll talk, and we'll set up a date.
Sounds good, man.
Awesome. Thanks again, man. I appreciate it. And like I said, guys, go follow him on all the social medias.
Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Take care.
Thank you. Thanks. Nice to meet you.
Awesome.
Cool.
That was awesome. Inked Magazine. That's crazy.
That's good.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So again, congrats to him. You guys can check him out. He's got the Instagram. He's on TikTok. He's got that blue check mark. Just an amazing guy, amazing individual. I'm couldn't be more excited to have him on the show and coming back on the show. And I'm even more excited that Queen Elizabeth gets to make another appearance. That's going to eat him up all night. That's going to eat him up.
I hope it does. Honestly, I hope it does. I think that's fair. Come on our show. Like.
We're 50%. We're 50% on stumping people on Masked Interviewer. Brian Mitchell says like a double shift cleaning the fryer.
No.
That was yesterday.
Last two. I'm doing good. 2 days ago. 2 days ago. I'm doing good. I think that's a wicked cool opportunity. Think Magazine. I mean, that's something you and I have never done. You ever done that?
Never will.
Nope.
Yeah, that's awesome. What do you think? Do you got a urine my thoughts? When you got one?
I have a couple. I don't have them written out. I don't want to waste anyone's time with babble.
It's okay. We still got 10 minutes. Why don't you just do a quick one? If you got a couple ideas, and then you're going to get about 12 more seconds to think about it. Okay, I'm putting you on the spot. You're in my thoughts.
You're in my thoughts. All right. So let's say during this time of quarantine, right? You're just one of those people that doesn't have a good support system, be it family, be it friends. You're a reclusive person, not a bad thing, but you just don't have an outlet. Usually your outlet is only going out. You're in my thoughts right now because, man, this must fucking suck. Although you're recluse and you like to not go out, at some point everybody needs to go out and just do something. Meet something, someone, do something, someone, whatever. You're in my thoughts because of this. At least myself personally. I have a good support system. We have good neighbors. The kids have quarantined with each other as best as we can. We share a yard. We were with the in-laws. That's fun. Like we have seen people. I cannot imagine not seeing anybody other than with a mask on going the correct way down the price chopper lane, not getting yelled at because you're going the wrong way. Whole nother story. But I can't imagine that, especially if you're not even going to work. This must suck. Which I have to go back to work Monday. Great. That's
Pretty
it.
good. That wasn't a terrible B.
I'm not having it written up, but you get what I'm saying. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
no. And I get what you're saying. And at the same point too, it's like, just think way back in the day when these things lasted way longer. We should be lucky that we have the technology we have, because it could have been way worse, and we could go on and on and on. But yeah, I get what you're saying. And the most important thing is, if there's any friends, if there's any family that are struggling through it, you can reach out to either of us, or there's no shame in reaching out and getting actual televisit help. There's no shame in that. Here are my thoughts. Logan, fix your clock behind you. It's an hour behind.
Apparently, I just fixed those 2 months ago. Apparently, the batteries last about 2 months. I didn't even notice that. Thanks, Dick Boy.
Your batteries, go pull it out and put it on your tongue. That was
Nope.
solid. Unlike your poops after the Budweisers.
I wonder if he's still recovering from the Budweisers.
Yeah,
think about even the ice storm of '98 that we survived. Remember they came out with the T-shirts, I survived Ice Storm '98. So did everybody else but 3 people, and they were all 3 of them were 98 plus. So there at least wasn't internet back then, but it still only lasted. What did that last? 3 weeks, 2 weeks?
I don't really remember. I don't remember what I had for breakfast, let alone 98.
2 plus weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. But back then it was self-survival. There wasn't internet, wasn't TV, but it wasn't that long for one. Everyone had to cut wood and do all, stay warm, go somewhere. Now people can't live without the internet. So this must really suck for some people. Or my poops after no gallbladder.
Of course it's going to suck for some people, but look about all the people that got it. That's no fun.
Right. Oh yeah, no doubt. Anyone who's dealing with COVID-19 or even family members who are dealing with someone who had it, that's a minor issue.
Yep.
But around here, where hasn't been all that bad, for anyone who has nothing else to do, there's going to be a mental problem lasting from this way more than it is for us if we're not affected.
We've probably had mental problems for a year. We'll be all right. And the best part is,
maybe it'll just bring them up to our level.
And when you have nothing to do, this, you know what I mean? There's more time for the Beard Loss show. There's more time to improve. If it's something you want to do, more time to improve your social media presence. Maybe connect
More time to improve your hair.
Connected with in a while. More time to dye your hair blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Find the best in it and make the best of it. We could go on and on and on, but we only have a couple more minutes. And Squeak's here. Hi, Squeak. Shout out Squeak's Beard. What took you so far? Where have you been?
I will say, remember, was it a week ago, maybe 2, maybe it was only a week and a half. I I had the in-law trim my beard. You gave me some shit for it, rightfully so.
Dumb.
But I will say this: I am happier now with the shape of my beard. I've been doing the grooming. My beard grows weird; it always has.
They
which
all
is why,
do.
right? Which is why it took me till I was friggin' 38 and a half to do it. This to really go at it. So like mine grows thicker here than it does anywhere, except here. So I have here and here. If I just wanted chops in this, dude, this thing would be wicked.
It's starting to get good. I like it. And you've been getting so many compliments. I'm proud of you. I'm so happy. CT says, week. He's been here the whole time. You've been here the whole time and you didn't comment? That's not like you. Are you feeling okay? Do you have the Budweiser flu again? All right, so we are pretty much at the end of the show. You got anything else, Logan?
Oh yes, I was thinking
He's got
earlier yesterday morning maybe that I don't want to say COVID-19 be damned because that sounds fairly ignorant. But I think no matter what here very soon, we need to do outside of the studio and outside of my kitchen Beard Laws event, even if you and I are 16 feet apart, and find some sort of live thing to promote something because it was fun last time we did it. I think there's a good chance to, for one, have an extra Beard Laws moment, which is always a good thing. And for two, not that you're not busy, but something different. Maybe help somebody out.
So any local businesses that would like us to go live outside of their event to promote, whether it's a takeout business, things are still going on, or you just need a little bit of boost or something, we will donate our time. We'll go live at your facility. Just let us know if we could, if we can help in any way. Just shoot us a message on any social media, whether it's Instagram. Shoot me an email, matt@beardlaws.com. Hit Logan up, logan@beardlaws.com. And again, any business that would like us to go live, let us know. We'd love to do it. We had a blast, like I said, at Doug's Tavern, and I'm pretty sure Doug's has had some great weeks from it. So
since then, and not saying that we were everything, of course, but since then, I think that helped him and a lot of other people knowing that at least there was that these businesses could do that because all they were hearing from the government that it was all going to be shut down, whatever. Since then, Doug's owner, this past week, he put in his biggest wing order since he's been there, and that was almost 3 years ago, or 3.5 years ago now. He told me on Tuesday, I was there doing the fryers, and he's like, dude, he goes, I put in so many cases, and he's like, this is the most case I've had to order for a wing night Wednesday, which is unreal. And
we were there last Wednesday, got those Philly cheesesteak egg rolls. They're still awesome.
Yep. I mean, 2 weeks before that, he ran out, didn't have enough food for his I think it was a Saturday cooking. Like he couldn't open Saturday because he ran out of everything Friday. Speaking of Doug's, I think I mentioned it, but I can't remember. A couple weeks ago, we got some Char's wings. Awesome. Fantastic.
Yeah, they're good.
Awesome. The pizza was great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and anyone can say that anywhere about their local stuff, but the idea is to remind people that, yes, stay in, cook out, or cook in, cook outside, whatever. But good stuff.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, definitely, guys, check out Char's Bar, Morley, New York. They have great, pizza, wings. Their specials. They're cooking quite a bit. They got a good takeout business going right now, and big fan of it. Burgers, all that stuff. Really good. And they've been pretty busy too. They've adapted to the takeout business very well, and that's a good thing that a lot of business owners have had to do. They've had to kind of redo their thing. And a new local business that's going around is Food Fetched. So anybody that doesn't want to get out of the house, you can download the app or go to the website, and Food Fetched will actually deliver the food for them. We were going to try to get one of the owners, Jerry Shepard, into the studio, and then all this stuff came down. They've done a good job of getting the business going a lot faster than they had planned, and it's been a great thing for the community. I've heard a lot of people that have used it. We went to pick up, me and my brother went to pick up wings in our order at Doug's a couple weeks ago, and we counted 5 different Food Fetch vehicles that were in and out of that place picking up food and just going. Like, that's good for everybody.
It's good for everybody. And
every single person that's involved with that is making money, so that's a great thing to see.
Yep. It's a good thing for these families that A, don't have a lot of money, but B, I don't know what's more important, but like that because of that, they never go out
Right.
because like Food Fetch isn't there, or a Doug's Takeout or any other place takeout isn't on their minds. But now, like, you don't have to cook in every night. Maybe now some of these families can say, you know what, one night every 2 weeks, we're actually going to get some takeout, and mom's not going to have to cook, dad's not going to have to cook, cleanup is minimal. Like, let's just order out from wherever. And I think you'll see a lot of these businesses, these smaller businesses, change that thinking too, where they'll be a little bit more open to different ideas of takeout using food place like Food Fetch or Uber or whatever that food one is. And also, since New York State decided that, hey, if you order food, you can get a drink to go, which is crazy because you may or may not can open container, but all the drinks to go have to have a lid. But like maybe New York State might, who knows, decide that, that worked really well. It kept a lot of businesses in. So maybe you can still get the one drink to go as long as it's got a cap on it, no straws, and then you leave it up to the driver. I don't know, but things are going to definitely change.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it'll change. It'll be different, and we'll continue to get through it. And as always, the Beard Laws show is always going to go on. And for anybody that doesn't know, Tuesday night is trivia night. Currently, it is a trivia night for the men. Pat took week 1. Ben stole it from week 2, and Pat is back week 3. So this week 4. If you or anybody wants to be a part of Tuesday trivia, shoot us a message on Instagram or hit us up at matt@beardlaws.com or logan@beardlaws.com. You guys can partake. And last night was the first ladies' night. It was night 1, and Kimmy took home the prize last week of our first ladies' night win. And we've got a lot of positive feedback. That was really well. The girls were very interactive. They seemed like they had a great time. There was a lot of laughs. And I'm looking forward to next Wednesday for Ladies' Night 2. So if anybody out there is a woman or knows somebody that would like to partake, same thing. Hit us up on the social media, and we will we'll get you guys in. Limited spots. There are a couple of people that we do have in rotation, but we'll either pitch in this Wednesday, next Wednesday, and as well as Tuesday trivia. And we can't thank Jake enough for being our guest this week, and Queen Elizabeth. And we're looking forward to next Thursday. The guest, we're not exactly sure who it's going to be. We got a couple on the schedule, so we'll release that throughout the week. And hopefully everybody stays safe and has a great night.
Right on. Thanks, everybody.
All right. We're out. And as always, remember, beard on.